Well, it's the holiday season. I'm back after a many week hiatus. I don't remember if it's in 3 or a month, but a lot has happened. Uh, had a birthday pass, an election pass, uh, ups, downs, job interviews, still unemployed. Yeah, yeah, life goes on. But here's where the exciting things happen. My season 3 has finally arrived, and I'm so sorry for those of you on the East Coast who had their stuff left behind because of the logistics issues. Look, a lot of the shipping stuff, I'm going to get this out of the way right now. I worked in freight for 10 years. Over 10 years. I've seen some shit. This stuff, these companies do not get back to you unless you really, really keep on them. Many times they will not get updates until shortly before we're scheduled to get ours. So getting on them about that stuff is stupid and childish and pointless. I'm sorry. That sucks. This is life. However, here's what you can get mad about. They have clearly skimped out on the shipping stuff this year because it's not just this game that had problems. There are multiple things that have had delays and massive issues throughout the entire year. So, whatever the change they made, they need to change it again. So, if you are upset about this, justifiably so, but make sure when you pour your outrage to them, it's in the correct manner. And if you are getting a refund because you're unhappy, either from this game or DC Superheroes United or Deceased or any of the other things they've done, Zombicide, whatever, be sure to tell them in very well worded ways, not screaming at the customer service people who have nothing to do with what's going on or swearing at them. If you want your complaints to be taken seriously, let them know that their change is the reason you're leaving. Flat out. All right. That's enough of that. Let's move on to happier things. Yeah, so I decided that I actually recorded 3 things today. One of the things were lost, but that's okay. The 2 things I'm most excited about are still here. Now I'm going to start off with this one. I decided to try out the campaigns, both homebrew and the official ones that were released with this wave. I'm going to have Dom's Giant Megaverse campaign coming out on Friday. This one is going to be centered around one of the most fun stories I've read in comics. We're going to be doing the Maximum Carnage. And it's a really fun book. I borrowed it from my buddy years and years ago when I first got into freight. And when I was doing the training class, we had a ton of downtime between training modules. So I just grabbed the graphic novel from him, the trade, whatever it is. It's massive. It's 14 parts. Going through it, reading, meeting Carrion and Shriek and the Spawn knockoff. What's his name? Nightwatch. Uh, it was an awesome story. I really enjoyed it, and I also enjoyed playing this. So I hope you enjoy watching it. But the heroes that I'm using this time, we got Spider-Man from the Enter the Spider-Verse box. And I'm going to go all over the characters again in the video, so I'm sorry about that. I just want to let people know what boxes they can find them in if they want to seek them out. And, obviously Spider-Man being as popular as he is, he's a retail character. You can get him anytime. The next heroes I used are from the X-Men promos box. This one, unfortunately, not so easy to find. It's limited print. They redid it for season 3. That's how I got it. There should be some more flooding the market. Hopefully the prices are reasonable. If not, I'm sorry. But I used Cloak and Dagger because I know them very vaguely from the comics. I read them in the Runaways. They appeared. Um, I did watch their show. I enjoyed their show. Their show is so good. I flat out right here. I'm gonna tell you right now. There is not an MCU product or MCU related product for those of you who scream not canon anymore, which bullshit. Anyway, I have enjoyed it all. The good, the bad, the ups, the downs. It's just fun. It's seeing stuff I enjoy reading put on screen. I don't need it to be this masterpiece. I just need it to be fun and entertaining. That's all I ask for. So, yes, I enjoy it all. If you don't, that's reasonable. You're not me. It's fine. But anyway, Cloak and Dagger. These are two that I was very keen to try out because, I mean, we got DC coming, and with a lot more of those characters being tied together, I wanted to see what it was like with these two early ones that were tied, and it worked really well. Honestly, I don't get some of the complaints I've heard about them because I really enjoyed it. I understand if you were using them separate, probably not so much, but together, they're fun, which makes me look even more forward to trying out Blue and Gold from DC. And for my fourth character and the villain, they're both in the Maximum Carnage, the new box set retail. Shriek, obviously. There's the villain in game one. And I used Morbius. The other options I had were Black Cat and Venom, and I'm going to use those maybe next game. I wanted to use these for this one just because I seem to recall Cloak and Dagger having a bigger part to play earlier on in the story. So why not use them immediately? And actually, there's a win-loss condition, or actually gameplay condition, that I did notice until the end that you will see that freaked me out when I read it. I'm going to have to pay closer attention to these campaign decks. If you can get a hold of them, again, they are part of the limited print stuff. I'm sorry. They are super fun. And, honestly, don't listen to anyone who says, oh, they're not as good as the home. Doesn't matter. They're a different kind of fun. They're still fun. So, yeah. I hope you enjoy. So, now I'm going to try some of Simon's created campaigns. Now I'm going to start with Maximum Carnage. One, because it's one of the only two I've actually read. Yes, I know. The other one being Avengers vs. X-Men. I'm filling in my back catalog, alright? But also, it's the shortest one, and I want to see how these work. So, game one, we're going to fight Shriek. She begins the game at the raft. I figure I'm going to fill this with a bunch of Maximum Carnage stuff, and then Parker Residence for healing, because thematic. Campaign roster. We got Spider-Man, Cloak, Dagger, Black Cat, Venom, Morbius. I'm going to use Spider-Man, Cloak, Dagger, and Morbius for this game. Get these out of the way. This is the first time I'm using 3 of these characters, and also first time I'm fighting this villain. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and take Spider-Man's double wild out because I am giving him his web shooters. Alright, let's shuffle up these locations that sound like they're going to be horrible to me. Alright, let's see. So the raft, starting off. You may discard 1 card or action token to move to any location with a henchman and deal 1 damage to them. That's from the Civil War box, by the way. Parker Residence. Oh, there's my heal. If you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, you may draw 1 card. That's from Spider-Geddon. Fisk Tower. You may discard one card and add one thug to a different location with an empty slot to gain one wild token. That sounds horrible. Statue of Liberty. Passive. At the end of each villain's turn, heroes may add one civilian to this location. So that could be helpful. I like that it's a may. End of turn effect, though. You may relocate any number of civilians from this location to other locations. If you do, gain one move token for each civilian you relocate. All right. Bishop Publishing. Oh, it's got a fun passive. Here we go. If a hero in this location rescues more than one civilian here during their turn, they take a damage. All right. End of turn effect. You may add 2 civilians to this location to gain 1 heroic token. And then finally we have Hell's Kitchen. Passive. If a hero in this location defeats more than one thug here during their turn, they take a damage. Why? End of turn effect. You may add 2 thugs to this location to gain 1 punch token. Oh, I hate this already. I really love the artwork they gave Shriek. But let's go ahead and shuffle up her threat cards. I really can't wait till I can buy more sleeves. I hate touching these cards with my bare skin. So, at Shriek's location, we have Carrion. A guy I actually am sad didn't make it into the game yet. Whenever she bams, each hero with any crisis tokens takes 1 damage. Then give 1 crisis token to each hero in this and both adjacent locations. Next, Dark Riots. As long as this threat is in play, Shriek ignores 1 damage in each 1 damage in each hero turn if there are any thugs in her location. Alright. Carnage. Every time she bams, discard 1 civilian from this location and each adjacent location. Doppelganger. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location. If there are no heroes, discard 1 civilian here. Evasive Enemies. As long as this threat is in play, each henchman ignores 1 damage during each hero turn. Oh, I hate that. Demogoblin. Whatever. Whenever she bams, deal 1 damage to each 1 hero in each adjacent location. That's... Oh, this is going to be a fun game. Yeah, boy. Okay. Get my mission cards. Put out the civilians. Get my dice for their health. Alright, since I'm playing 4 heroes, she's at 6 health. I'm going to use this Hero Click Spider-Man die for her. Carnage is going to get this Avenger die from the Avenger vs. X-Men event. Here's the X-Men die from Avenger vs. X-Men event. And they're at 4 each. Carrion is going to get another Avenger die. This one was from Fear itself. I loved Hero Clicks so much. And the Doppelganger is at 4, and I'm just going to give him this shield die. I like variety. Alright, let's look at her card. Let's see. She's got special rules, by the way. Set aside the Maximum Carnage master plan. That's her starting master plan, so it's nice that they remind us. and place it on top of the deck after Charlotte. At least 3 locations must have starting civilians. They do. So I did that on accident, but whatever. Actually, they come in the box. They probably did that on purpose. Special rules. Heroes may spend heroic in their location to flip 1 thug there. Okay, I can only imagine why. Bam. In Shrieks and both adjacent locations. In each of these with no heroes, flip 1 civilian there. In each of these with any heroes, deal 1 damage to each of them and move them 1 location away from Shriek. That's pretty cool. She was helping Carnage create riots and stuff in the story, so that makes sense. Overflow. If 1 or more civilian or thug tokens can't be added to a location, flip all civilians in that location. So she's a Magneto. Cool, this is going to be fun. Villainous plot. The heroes lose at any time there are no civilians in play. She is Magneto. My win-loss against Magneto is not good, so let's see how this goes. Alright, I'm going to shuffle up her deck. Put her start of plan on. Alright. So, Spider-Man. Shuffle him up. Lose all of his cards, apparently. That's what I get for looking away. Okay. Let's do this again. I love how they can just glide while shuffling with these sleeves on, but yeah, if I don't pay attention, I'm clumsy enough to do that. One more good shuffle since I saw what that was. Okay, it's good enough. His starting cards are going to be double heroic, move, and a wild. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do Cloak. He's got 1 starting hand card. I'm going to set that aside for now. I'll read it once I shuffle his stuff. Alright. So here's what he got. Dark Force Teleportation. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you can use move to any location. If Dagger is in your location, she can move with you, and that's for a heroic. Dark Force Channeling. Remove both Cloak and a henchman in this location from play. At the beginning of your next turn, put them in any location with no threat and deal 2 damage to that henchman. So that's alright. And he's got a wild. Dagger's got a starting hand card. All right, good enough. Light Force Generation. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you start your turn with 2 or more cards in hand, you may immediately perform 1 free heroic in your action. That's nice. And then an attack and a double wild. And Morbius, who does not have a starting hand card. So by the way, I've seen the Morbius movie. Worth watching just for Matt Smith. Screw God, I can't remember his name. Morbius, Joker, whatever that guy. Screw him. Matt Smith, though. Give him more roles. Absolutely give him more roles. Doctor Who fan here. I'm biased. Shut up. So here we go. Morbius, Power of Blood. You may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck to punch, and that's a move and heroic. Same card, but move and punch, and a heroic. Alright. This is going to be interesting. I'm actually going to get my chair and sit down for once because my back is hurting. Okay. And then, of course, Spider-Man's web shooters. Use on your turn to move or move one civilian thug from an adjacent location to your location, and then flip it face down. And you get it back by discarding one action turn during the beginning of your turn? Yeah. I don't know how many action tokens I'm going to get, so I'm going to hold on to that until I absolutely need it. So, she's going first. She's not going to move. Maximum Carnage. Add one thug in Shriek's location and both adjacent locations. Sure, why not? Thug. 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 I might have to stand up. Back. It's fun. Okay, so Maximum Carnage has begun. She's spreading thugs everywhere. First up is Spider-Man. He's got a move and a heroic. What you gonna do, dude? I think I'm gonna do move and heroic because I'm going to get rid of these evasive enemies first. So he's going to go over here. I'm going to put that down. Cloak's turn. Move and heroic. Well, obviously, I'm going to use his Dark Force Teleportation, his starting card. So he's also going to move here, and then he's going to finish this off, and Cloak goes with him. Or Dagger goes with him, sorry. And now it's Dagger's turn. Maybe I should have had her going after Morbius, since she gets to move with him. Oh well, too late now. Bond. If Cloak is in your location, he may draw cards until there are 3 in hand. So it's a heal for Cloak. Good to know. I'm going to play her double wild. I'm going to move here. I'm going to punch him for... No, hold on. That's not going to work. Work at all. I'm just gonna have to waste that. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna punch Doppelganger because I don't know. Screw that. Shriek's turn. She's gonna move. She's gonna bam. And both of you. There are no heroes. Flip up. Okay. So this becomes a thug. No heroes. This becomes a thug. Which means this is literally the only 2 with civilians. That's good. And each of these with any heroes deal 1 damage. There are none. But now the other BAMs are going to go discard 1 from this location and from each adjacent. So that's great. Deal 1 damage to a hero in this location. I guess Dagger will take it. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each adjacent location. So, I'm going to give it to Cloak. I'll get rid of his wild. And for Dagger, I got rid of her... Why did I get rid of her punch? That'd be dumb. Let's get rid of her move with the free heroic because I need civilians. Spider-Man is not going to get hit. And then Carrion. Each hero with any crisis token takes a damage. Then give one crisis token to each hero in this and both adjacent locations. There are none. So we're good there. Then she's going to throw down... Alright, these figures are cool, but for this fight, I think I'm better off using the acrylic. So she's going to put one thug, and overflow happens. Flip all at that location. They're all thugs anyway. And then one civilian at her location. Okay. Morbius' turn. What you got for me, Morb? So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch, 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 get rid of Doppelganger. I'm going to move here, and I'm going to use my heroic that I get from his card to flip that civilian. Probably going to be short-lived, but we need more civilians. Spider-Man! Well, that's not great. He got great responsibility. Rescue up to 3 civilians in your location. For each gain a punch token. No, that's not helpful. No. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a hit and run on Demogoblin or Demogoblin, whatever. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna punch him twice with the punch in wild, and then I'm gonna use my web shooters. Get back over here. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to put her under pressure so fast. I need to start getting rid of these thugs. Cloak's turn. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move here, punch in wild to defeat 2 thugs. And then with his Dark Force teleportation, he can move anywhere. I'm going to move here, and I'm going to use that passive to put a civilian on this location. Shriek's turn. Moving 5, so that's going to put her back at her starting. And she's going to bam. Alright. So... in hers and in both adjacent locations. Flip. Alright. Then deal damage. There are none. Then we go around the board. There's no one to give crisis tokens to. Discard. I need to get rid of that guy. Then he's going to deal damage to Spider-Man. Spider-Man. I'm going to get rid of his one that heals or rescues civilians because that's terrible. Terrible. And then she's going to throw down some things. Let's see, 2 in her location. So 1 thug. And that overflows. They're all thugs, so it doesn't matter. And 1 civilian over here that overflows. Doesn't matter. Okay. Whose turn is it now? Daggers. Yep, hit and run on Carnage now. Move, punch, punch, move. And then I'm going to throw a civilian down. Morbius' turn. Oh, perfect. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to punch, punch Carnage. Then I'm going to punch one of these thugs, and I'll go over here. And then it's Spider-Man's turn. Do I risk a bam and giving him Crisis? I think I might have to. So I'm gonna go no. No, that's not good. That's not good for me. I'm going to retcon Morbius. Since I haven't done anything else, I'm going to instead play his move in Heroic. I'm going to waste the Heroic. Actually, I can use it to flip this. And then I'm going to discard his Hunger to be able to do the extra punch, which I would have needed to beat Carnage. So then that would have left me with an extra move, and I would just not use it. I would stay there too. So I wasted a move on his turn, but that gives Spider-Man more options at least. Good Lord, does he need it? Oh boy. This is... I don't want to put her under pressure that quick. That's going to really... Or do I? I might need to. She's not throwing out a lot of things. So maybe I do. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll move. Swap that to a civilian and beat Demo Goblin. Whatever. Anyway, he's gone. Which is going to put her under pressure. I hope this is not a mistake. And you may add 2 thugs to this location to gain a punch. I'm good. She's going to move 2 this time. 1, 2. Bam. She's going to flip this one. There's heroes here, so that one remains the same. And then with any heroes in hers or adjacent locations, they get dealt a damage. So Cloak's going to get hit. I guess I'll get rid of his henchman thing. And then he gets moved 1 space away from her. Dagger gets hit. I'll get rid of the punch. So she's going to go over here. And Morbius is going to get hit. So I'm going to get rid of his heroic as well. That's 3 of them close to going down. Carrion's going to bam, which gives Spider-Man a crisis token, which means I now have to get rid of him because I'm on a clock with the crisis token taking damage. And I don't need to worry about not taking out those anymore. And she puts down some stuff. So that's 1, and that's full, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Now who's up? It's Cloak's turn. Okay, so we got Dark Force channeling back, so he's got more than one of those. That's good to know, I guess. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to use his move and that. I'm going to take Dagger with me. I'm going to punch Carrion down to 1. Then I'll use his heroic to change that to a civilian. And now it's Dagger's turn. Dagger's going to play Bond. Actually, no. She's going to play her Wild. So that's going to get rid of Carrion. Crisis are no longer a problem. And then for her Wild, or her heroic, I guess I'll just change that into a civilian as well. You may discard one card or action token to move to any other location with a henchman and deal 1 damage to him. There are none left. Now it's Shriek's turn. She's going to go 1. She's going bam. Oh, Morbius should have moved. Alright, so that's going to flip this to a thug. That's already a thug. There's a hero here. She's going to deal damage to Morbius, which is going to KO him. I think because he gets KO'd first before moving, he stays there. But that does mean she's going to bam again, which means this is going to become a thug because he's technically not there. That's going to become a thug. Just going to throw down 1 civilian, 1 thug and civilian at Fist Tower. Morbius' turn. He's back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. See what he's getting. You got a move in the hunger. You got another hunger with a punch. Mesmerizing Gaze. Attach a stun token to a villain or henchman in your location. Next villain turn, it cancels out the bam. Yes. Oh, I didn't know you had that. I'm going to use that. So I'm going to do that. He's going to move here. He's going to cancel her bam. Hopefully she has one next turn. And with his Wild, he's going to defeat this thug. Okay, now it's Spider-Man's turn. He drew a move and a heroic. I'm going to use that. Move. I'm just going to try and get rid of this last threat. Probably terrible idea. Shriek's turn. She's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Her bam, not going to happen. Doesn't matter. But then she is going to throw us down 3 things. Yeah, you really have to put her in. Because, good lord. Alright, she's going to put a thug here, overflow, so that happens. Then she's going to put a civilian here, doesn't matter. So she puts nothing down. Alright. I'm glad. Thank you, Morbius. Oh my god. Cloak's turn. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to move here for my wilds. I'll get rid of this. Just now all threats are gone. And then for her next wild, I will defeat a thug. Dagger's turn. So I'm going to play Bond to allow Cloak to... Oh, she got Light Force Daggers. I'm getting too into this game. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Punch against up to 3 different targets in your location and move. Cloak is going to draw up to 2, though. He's got Move and a Punch now, and Bond to allow... Oh, Dagger to heal. Well, as long as she doesn't get knocked out, I guess. Oh, you know what? He's got a free move. So I'll move with Dagger, and then use that other one to punch again. Or maybe I'm better off punching here before I move. That might be a good idea. And I'll take Dagger with me. And now it's her turn, so she's going to use that heroic. I guess we'll turn... Actually, no. I'm just going to defeat those 2. And then she's going to stay there, waste that heroic, and draw a card because of Parker Residence, which she got Light Force Purge. Turn up to 2 thugs in your location into civilian, then rescue him. Oh, I can do that to the next spot. Okay. That's 2. That's Shriek's turn. She's so close to being vulnerable. She's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to bam. This one flips. No, what am I doing? Civilians turn into thugs. That. That's real dangerous. I only have 2 civilians left. No one's in range to damage, so that doesn't happen. No one else is round to bam. So she just throws down. Okay. Well, that's not good. They're going to have an overflow here, which is going to get rid of my thing and put me down to 1 civilian left. And then she's going to put the civilian in her location. I got 2 civilians left. So I really got to get moving. I got to get moving, get rid of this stuff. Morbius' turn. And you're a wild. Morbius, here's what I want from you. We're going to do this. We're going to go here. I'm going to use your hunger. I'm going to defeat this. That allows me to draw a card. He gets a punch. And it makes her vulnerable. And then with the heroic, I'm going to change this into a civilian. Spider-Man's turn. He has a punch. I'm going to go here, punch this, clear some more room there. And I may discard 1 card or act gain to move to another with a henchman. Okay, there are none, so it doesn't matter. Her turn again. She's going to move 2. 1, 2. She's going to bam. Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. So, first of all, there's a hero there. That doesn't change. There's nothing there, and those are all thugs anyway. Then she's going to deal damage. So we're going to start with, I guess, Spider-Man. He's going to lose his 2 heroic. He's going to move over here. Cloak is next. I'm going to get rid of his Dark Force channeling because there's no henchman. And he's going to move here. Dagger. She's going to lose this one where she turns thugs into civilians and rescues them. And I'm going to have her move here as well. And then no other bams happen, and she throws down 3 things. Let's see. 1 in front of her that's already full, overflow. And then a thug and a civilian in her location. So we got another civilian to pat us. I'm getting kind of nervous here. Cloak. So I'm going to do this to heal her. I'm going to use his Dark Force teleportation to move them both here. No, I'm not going to heal. I want. It might be dangerous, but I'm actually going to play a punch instead. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to hit her, finally, first blood. She's been punched. Oh. And yes, she deserves it. Shriek is, well, she's misguided for trusting Carnage, for one, but... Fix the tablecloth. Okay, so... Oh, I got another punch, too, so I'm going to punch her again. So, yeah, move with his ability, punch, punch. So, yeah. Now it is Dagger's turn. She's going to play her Light Force daggers. So, before I leave, I'm going to punch her again to put her down to 3, so she's at half health. Then she's going to move here. Nope, that's Shriek. She's going to move here. She's going to deal damage to up to 3 different targets in her location. So I'm going to hit all 3 of these thugs. Clear that whole space. Shriek's turn, and we're getting down to our last 3 cards after this. She's going to move 5, which is going to put her here. She's going to bam. She's going to hit. She's going to turn this into a thug first. And those have heroes. So Spider-Man's going to get hit. He's going to get KO'd. So he's going to get KO'd. He doesn't get moved, though, I don't believe. Cloak is going to get hit. He'll lose. He'll lose the move and punch. And then he gets moved. And because Spider-Man got KO'd, she's going to go again. There's that. Oh, I've only got 1 civilian left. Oh my god. This is nerve-wracking. Oh, and then she's going to put some stuff down. Alright, so in front of her, that will be here. So overflow happens, nothing on her there. So, okay, so now we're up to 2 civilians. Okay, who went last? Dagger, so it's Morbius' turn. Mesmerizing Gaze. Attach a stun token. Can I get to him? I got 2 movement. Yes, I can. He's going to move up here to her. He's going to stun her. Oh, I love stun. Thank you, Morbius. Spider-Man's back up. So I got great responsibility back. Not great. Gain 2 movement and move. Great power. Punch, punch, punch for each defeated this location. So I don't even have to hit thugs. I could just punch whatever. I think I'm going to use that. And then I'm moving a punch. So I'm going to do this. So yeah, he's going to move and he's going to hit her for 3, which is going to knock her down. They win. That was nerve-wracking, but so much fun. It really took me back to the comic. I borrowed it from a good buddy of mine who's a massive Spider-Man fan. I'm going to have to read it again now that with Marvel Unlimited. That was awesome. So I got so excited, I actually ended the video and I forgot to do the end of thing. So, Dagger was in play. She was KO'd. Alright, so reveal event 1. Maybe I should have done this during the game. Let's see what it does. This might change stuff. The game immediately over in game 1 should be played again. Remove Dagger from the campaign roster if Cloak is in play. In the next game, he starts the game with 2 punch tokens. Oh! No, wait. Who was knocked out? It was Morbius and Spider-Man. So she wasn't KO'd. It was close, but she wasn't. Okay. Never mind. Scratch that. Oh my god, I had a heart attack. Alright, so if heroes win, no heroes were KO'd during the game. Reveal event 3. No heroes were KO'd. Okay, so they were. So I don't get to see what event 3 is. Let's just see what it is. Just proceed the game to keep this card revealed. Campaign. New permanent rule. Oh, man. Well, I wouldn't have done that anyway. It's 1 less card in hand to have a token. Well, whatever. We beat game 1. I almost had a heart attack thinking that Dagger was KO'd. She was not. It was only Morbius and Spider-Man. Oh, man. Was that close, though? Because Dagger only has 1 card in hand. This is cool. I like these. These are awesome. Thank you, Simon, for coming up with these great ideas. And there you go. I knocked out the first character. I missed out on a reward, unfortunately. But hey, that's okay. It's a short campaign. And so I'm excited to see where it goes. It looks like we'll be taking on Shriek again, and it's going to be ramping up next time. Carnage is going to be a bit more involved, and I'm excited to do that. Hopefully I'll get that out next week. I'm going to aim for Wednesdays to do these official campaigns and Fridays to do the Megaverse. And I was going to put more of my just random app picks for Monday, but my fight against the High Evolutionary got corrupted. So they're going back into the pool. I'm not taking them out, and we'll see when they come up again. Uh, yeah, these are fun. They really are, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of the this campaign.